What's up, gang? Hope everybody's been having a happy holidays and you're doing well. Wanted to go live today, talk about trauma. We always get questions about it. We're always talking about it, especially here, if you're following me. So, want to do a deeper dive with a buddy of mine who helped me out in healing some of my trauma. And I guess there he is. Kev, what's up? What's up? Before I bring you on, I'm going to give you a quick intro. This guy's a wizard when it comes to doing trauma work with the physical body. Um, and I'm talking trauma, but it's also amplifying your ability and your capacity to be effective as a human. I really feel is what it is. Help me out a lot. What's up, everybody? Let me know where you're tuning in from. And yeah, let's bring Kevin on. The other Kevin. Chat with Kevin and Kevin today. And we're talking all things trauma. But if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Let me know. There he is.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here I am.
What's up, dude?
Here.
How you doing?
Excellent. Thank you.
Love it.
How are you feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling amazing. Just a little tired at the moment. It's been a long Monday, but we're here for it.
Lots of love, brother.
Yep. Am I lagging to you, or is it just is it you? I don't know. Somebody's lagging somewhere.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a bit of a yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's from, but we'll figure it out. We're here. Y'all let us know in the comments if y'all are seeing any one or both of us lagging. Anyway, I was saying we're talking trauma, but then I realized yeah, you do a lot more than that. Most of the people that tuning with me are looking to heal trauma. It's a lot of the work that I do, and I was saying how you helped me a lot with releasing some things that were stuck in my body, which could be labeled as trauma.
I mean, you don't have to label it at all.
That's true.
The term that I use, which is all encompassing for anything that the body would be recording and storing, is neurochemistry. Neural.
Neural. Yeah.
Yeah. Neural. Neural chemistry, which you can think of neurochemistry as being the body's mechanism of recording and storing, but the format really neurochemistry is protein. Your body creating protein memory and storing it wherever it possibly can, wherever there's storage space to store information. An optimized body can store information, as we all know, anger stored in the liver, etc. An unoptimized body can't do that. It stores it wherever there's room.
Yeah.
We're all so filled with chemistry that there's no room. So we're just heaping messes of humans, and it's beautiful and glorious. And that's what we're here to do, is just to have that experience. But now there's this wave of energy of people like, I don't want that to hold me back anymore. And there's more to humanness and the human experience. And I want to have that experience. And that's where I come in, baby. That's where we do the work, the magic.
That's where we do the work. Yeah. And I just want to share for a second with everybody else, like working with you. And I had been trying so much stuff to heal my guts. I had IBS a lot this year. Also had neck pain for 7 years. Anytime I got on a flight, I would feel inflamed. It would feel like somebody was stabbing me in the neck. I had an injury in high school and never really healed properly. And then I hurt it again, like wakeboarding, and just it was nasty, pretty gnarly. But I had tried so much, and I just when I just got this resonance with you and your work, because you're all about optimization, and I'm like, I definitely know that the pain in my body is holding me back from mental clarity, from being able to help more people, from fulfilling my purpose, and like a lot of things. And when I when we first started working together, and like day one, I was like, yeah, this is definitely like different, because it was so all inclusive. Like you were doing so many different modalities, right, on top of your own that you created. And just for everybody like listening, like I literally felt like I had a new body. I still do. Like no pain in my neck at all, zero.
And,
and I've had it there for 7 years. It's kind of wild.
you've had neck pain. You had the experience of neck pain for 7 years, and it's been a week or so since we did our last retreat together.
Yeah.
Still, freedom, no pain, right?
Right. Yeah. No pain. I mean, I'll have to like lay down in the morning and like reset it, but it's super easy. It takes me 2 seconds versus what I was doing before, where I'd get out of bed, stiff as a board, and have to like crack my back and do all
Yeah.
this crazy shit to just like feel like a human again. Whereas, now I just kind of like roll out of bed. I feel looser. There's more space in my body. I mean, after our first session, dude, I felt like I was on MDMA for like 2-3 days. I'm not even joking. I was like, I feel incredible because the neurochemistry, as you were saying, got released and the pain wasn't there anymore.
Right. So we also often talk about codes and programming. Neurochemistry is just codes and programming,
Mm-hmm.
and it's old codes and programming is what it is. Right. So I've found that there's so many various methods to get to the top of the mountain, and in the world of releasing trauma and optimizing your physical, emotional self with spirit, this is the fastest route that I've discovered. I'm sure there's faster out there, but we can completely drain out the old codes. And then why I personally don't like to put new codes in. Let's just let spirit have that space. Just let spirit
Right.
just let spirit be present within the mind and the body and fill that space. And that's where we get that optimization from, because we as humans can only comprehend so much as spirit, and spirit's got the entire comprehension of existence inside of it. And we let that fill the space rather than our human consciousness of saying, hey, I want to have $1 million. I want to have an amazing relationship. I want this dog. I want that.
Right. Right. You at source and your intuition feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Talk a little bit about HOT and what makes it so different, because it is different, and how you kind of came about it, because this is your own modality, really, in a way, kind of.
Yeah. There's about 35% of it that I have learned from other individuals, and the remainder of it is just spirit. And that's the biggest difference. That's from HOT to any other kind of kinesiological work, chiropractics. So many people go to chiropractors and acupuncturists, massage therapists, and really advanced neuromuscular therapists, and still not having the benefits that we're witnessing with HOT, because a chiropractor is not very much in tune with spirit and allowing spirit to do the healing for the individual. They're just, I'm just going to crack you and you might or might not feel better. And it most of the time never lasts, but
Yeah.
it's all spirit. It's all
Mm-hmm.
spirit. And when we can directly connect with spirit through the physical vessel, and you get to have that physiological spiritual experience, that's what's setting this aside. Because when I'm palpating and applying the HT technique to your body, the first thing that I'm going for is the bioelectricity of your nervous system, which is spirit. If there's no spirit, there's no Kevin. There's no Kevin. There's no.
Yeah.
So when we initiate the connection with spirit first, and then palpate the various systems of the physiology, that's what's producing these results. It's not, that's really what it is. I go to a massage therapist who says they're very spiritual, and they say, oh no, I'm going to elongate your spine by stretching your lumbar muscles, and I'm gonna go home, because you don't know, you've got information. Where's the connection? Where's the spirit? Right. That's what I'm all about, is letting spirit do the work. I've treated over 3,500 bodies, and every single one of them has had amazing benefits from this work, and it's all them connecting with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
But the
And,
cool the cool thing about this is that there is science backing this as well. The science doesn't necessarily call it spirit, but they acknowledge the electrical system of our humanness that's keeping us alive. Without that electrical grid, there's nothing. You know,
Hmm.
there's no experience of physical reality. You know, so
Definitely.
that's what's separate. That's the separation between this and everything else.
Definitely, yeah, and that's really what I experienced working with you and going on that retreat. Like, um, not only was it so holistic in that you were looking at so many different modalities, so to speak, but you're also viewing it from totally different like lens than I would say most people, because you are seeing it. You know so much about the human body, and you know so much about spirit that you're able to observe, and I could just tell you were a master at what you do, man. Like when you were working with my body, it was you were listening to what my body was doing and saying in a way that I feel most practitioners don't. And I've been had a lot of body work done on me.
Yeah.
You know.
It was a really long journey to get to the point of, even when I was practicing minuscule points of this work, there was the always science, and people
Mhm.
want to hear the science of the work, and no, there came a point when it's like, this isn't about science. This isn't about
Why do
that.
you think people ask that? Is it because of like a some sort of like lack of faith that it'll work, or like not trusting it or something?
There definitely was a lack of
Yeah.
faith at first, because I was putting my faith in a human created construct.
Hmm.
When I'm treating you, when I was treating you, I'm like, I'm over here observing the body and spirit working through the vessel. And I say it all the time. My fingers, they have eyes, man. They can literally see and feel everything that's going on inside of your body. And
Hmm.
I'm just letting spirit do everything that it does. Spirit guided me to create the format, the blueprint of this work, and which sequence comes after which, and how to apply the sequence and the technique. And it's
Yeah.
really, it's just stepping aside and letting spirit do the work. Is what else can we do other than
Right.
run everything, because it already is. Why not just let it do even more? You know?
Definitely. Definitely. It was cool that we got to, explore together. You got to kind of like try out some new things with me. Uh,
Absolutely.
cool.
I'm, I'm really starting to go towards the athletic realm, the holistic athletic realm, to be specific, just because you're athletic, you're holistic, your body was so pristine, and it's formatting of the muscle tissue, nervous system, that uh, I'm learning things. I'm learning things by just treating you, and that's the amazing thing, is that everyone calls me a master, but I'm like, I'm still learning, man. I'm learning so much. If the benefits that people are receiving from the way that everything is formatted and structured right now, just wait for another year, another 2 years, another 10 years, 20. What happens then? You know, this uh, the connecting with spirit is always going to be the number one thing that heals us. You know,
Always.
HOT is the medium for which we experience that, or something else.
Mhm.
Connecting with spirit, that's all it is.
Yeah, it is. What are some of the benefits that people can have had? What are some of the things you've seen working with all the people that you've worked with? Common
So
things, but also maybe some like crazy out of the blue that stuff.
yeah, absolutely. There are many common themes. Um, when I'm actually applying the HOT technique to you, that's where people are really noticing the benefits. And that's the really beautiful thing, is that you're on the table and your shoulder hurts, and then we apply the technique, and then your shoulder doesn't hurt anymore. Not only does it not hurt, but it's got greater range of motion. There's more mobility, there's more connectedness. Everyone is reporting that they're feeling lighter, they're feeling more mobile, they're feeling pain-free, more fluidity in the emotional experience, feeling greater connection with spirit, feeling optimized on pretty much every level that you can think of in the realms of physical fitness, athletics,
Mhm.
sleeping, digestion, but also like in the office, doing computer work, connecting with people, coaching people, and just being present with people, with your family. That's everyone is reporting all of these things. Of course, there have been amazing results that have come from these experiences. I've treated so many people.
Mhm.
The one that's sticking out the greatest right now is the video that's first on my website. When you go to holisticoptimization.com, you scroll down a little bit, there's the first video is of my friend Aaron. Aaron became paralyzed at Burning Man. He fell 50 feet, broke his back, broke his
Yeah.
spine. And, just a few weeks out of the hospital, I'd started treating him, and it went from he could so he's on his front, his face is on the table, his stomach's on the table, and before I treated him, he couldn't do a push up, so he couldn't push himself up
Wow.
into any kind of position, and his back was in extreme pain. You watch the video. This video transformed my life. I mean, I was the one filming it, and this guy, he can do an entire push-up all on his own, free of pain, can come all the way back into child's pose, free of pain, and he has the enormous amount of flexibility and his back and his hips and his ability to move. Before, he was stiff as a board and in severe pain. So that's after one treatment. I've treated him 9 times, and he
Wow.
benefits upon benefits upon benefits. This guy will be walking again.
Mhm.
And that's probably one of the ones that really sticks out. But I mean, there's
Mhm.
people that come in with knee pain. Okay, knee pain gone. People who's
Yep.
been scheduled for surgeries for shoulders, arms, elbows, fingers, knees, you name it. Oh, they come for treatment. Oh, no more surgery. This is the surgery.
Spirit, man. Yeah.
This is the spirit surgery over here.
Yep. And that's what happens with when alignment.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Why do you
Um,
what do you think keeps people from um, doing this type of a work? Because maybe they're doing the meditations, they're doing the breath work, they're doing all the things to heal, and it's not actually working. I know you have your own modalities, and there's other ways to do it. What do you think is the missing piece there?
the missing piece from people that about this work specifically, like coming
Or
to the
just yeah, or just like because for example, all right, so I was trying to heal my gut on my own. I got progress, but it didn't do anything like the work that we did together. um, like I started feeling a little bit better, but I was still struggling with it on a daily basis. And then I went to you and did the retreat, and it's there still, but it's like I can tell it's getting better. It's only on the tail end. My gut's just having a while to regulate itself, but I can tell it's like gonna leave, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
uh,
Um,
it's neurochemistry. The
yeah.
answer is neurochemistry. That's people know about trauma. I'm sure everyone watching has heard. They know about trauma. They're trauma
Mhm.
informed. They've done trauma education. They've done trauma coaching, therapy. But to truly understand the trauma, we've got to dive deep into the chemistry of the trauma and
Mhm.
how it actually is flooding our systems. And what's happening is
Could you walk through that real quick? Like, let's say somebody has a stored trauma somewhere in their biochemistry. What is that doing to the systems?
so this is a computer,
Yeah.
the crystalline, carbon-based computer system, and the power source is spirit. All right.
Hmm.
So this computer utilizes protein as a format of storing information. The information, codes, programs. That's it. You go onto your computer, you download a program, you download an application. Those are programs, right? And the coding for that program is already built inside of it. So here's the thing, is that this computer system operates in a way that every second it's recording. So these eyes, these are video cameras, right? I'm videotaping everything that's happening, even the things that I can't consciously, remember. So I'm in a crowd of 1,000 people. I
Mhm.
see all 1,000 people, but I only remember two.
Right.
That 1,000 people stored neurochemistry right here. It's all here. The neurochemical protein that your body is creating is information that is old and outdated. It doesn't belong in there anymore.
Hmm.
And those codes are keeping our brains and our bodies wired to that code, to that program of limitation. Let's say you're in a nasty car wreck and you really severely hurt yourself on a physical level and an emotional level. uh, you know that neurochemistry is going to dictate their neurochemical patterns in their brain, how they think about things, how they digest food. All of these programs are controlling, and these codes are controlling how we're living our life, right? And everyone knows this already, but when you dive deep into the neurochemical protein aspect of trauma, you can realize how easy it actually is to get rid of trauma. I think we got to do all these meditations and listen to all this music and do these ceremonies. Really, all it is, let's just stimulate the bioelectricity of your nervous system, which instantly drains out the neurochemistry that you've accumulated, even from when you were two years old. And it
Wow.
happens in layers. It stacks on top of itself. So as we peel these layers, the new layers are being revealed, and we can completely remove all of these layers to a point where there's no layers. And I've had people tell me, I feel there are no more layers, even though they are recording more and more even after those moments. So
Mhm.
my personal theory, there's no way I don't know if science could ever prove this, but my theory is that at 19 years old, your body and your mind become overloaded with neurochemistry. That's the 64 gigabyte limit that my phone has, is at 19 years. You've recorded
Wow.
everything that you possibly can and stored it as optimal as possible. And now after that point, it's just store wherever we possibly can and hope for the best. Right? So
And
now
so
you
what that leads to pain and
exactly,
range
exactly,
of motion, and other things. Yeah.
exactly. So the pain that we experience has a neurochemical protein root to it inside of our body somewhere.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter where it's at. That's why the HOT technique literally palpates every inch of your physical vessel. And we've also
Yeah.
got the emotional and the mental stuff that we work with as well during the retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The body and the mind can heal quickly, more quickly than most people understand. And the reason that they don't understand it mostly is because they don't know about this work. And
Hmm.
that's why we're giving this information out, because people got to know about this.
Definitely.
If the benefits that you experienced in just 2 retreats, that's 4 days of working with me, 7 years of neck pain completely gone,
Yeah.
and you're functioning more optimally now, the world needs to
Yeah.
know about it.
Totally. And
I would honestly say it's one of the closest things that you can get to a magic pill.
definitely. That's why we're on this live stream, man.
Exactly.
Like you said, it's been a week plus, and I'm still like rocking and rolling, feeling fine.
Yeah.
I didn't share this with you actually yet. I don't know if I did, my range of motion actually increased too. I mean, along with like our, Latin, there's no more pain and everything. My posture shifted, but my range of motion increased. You know, the where you can clasp your hands behind your back and do that shoulder, like to stretch your shoulders.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my hands off of my butt. Like I couldn't lift my hands behind my back,
Oh, wow.
grasping, like clasping my hands together, and I can now, like completely.
Wow.
It unlocked everything in my shoulders.
Yeah.
It was fucking wild. But then again, like the repercussions of this, just for everybody tuning in, it wasn't just physical pain or range of motion, more range of motion. Like that stuff was definitely helpful, but it's also like you were saying, the mental side of this and the emotional side of this. I'm not carrying around, like a lot of my gut stuff was anger and bitterness. I'm not carrying that around anymore. Obviously, we worked through the emotional side of it, but we also dug it out in my neurochemistry, which is the root of it all.
It is, yes. The every ailment known to man has the same root. Cancer, same root. It's all neurochemistry. Over accumulation of neurochemistry. You've got lack of mobility, over accumulation of neurochemistry.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anybody have any questions? If y'all wanted to drop us, if you're watching live, and if you're watching the recording, you can tag us below and ask a question. Also, this might be on my podcast too, so if you're listening there, you can DM either one of us. That'll be in the show notes. Human design. So we got a question. What's your human design for both of us? I'm a, what was I? Manifesting generator with an emotional processing.
Yeah, you're an emotional manifesting generator, and I don't remember what the numbers were for you. I'm a 5/1 emotional manifester. So all about communication and initiation. So I'm here to initiate transformation on this level that I've discovered and been shared with by Spirit. Here to share it with the world. This will be the most popular form of therapy in the world within the next 5 to 10 years, easily. There's no question about that, just because of how powerful it really is.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. So talk about the retreat thing, because I know you don't do single sessions anymore, and
Right.
share what's the why on that and why you do retreats. Because I act for everybody tuning in, like I flew to Kevin and we pretty intense and all in, but I liked it that way.
Yeah. So this is an in-person experience, very much hands-on, very intense. Do you want to touch on how intense it was?
Oh, very intense. Yeah, it was extremely painful. I cried a shitload. I yelled a lot. Like I didn't, well, the first day I think I did work and you're like, yeah, don't, don't do that. Like afterwards, yeah. And just, you really need to set that time to be with yourself and like really love yourself. And be with the work and what all you're doing, but you're doing so much all day nonstop.
Yeah.
Healing work that, yeah, it's not a vacation, it's a retreat, but it's intense. You're doing the work.
Yeah.
You're releasing the stuff from your body.
It's very intense. My wife has given birth to 3 kids, and she says that this is more intense than childbirth.
Wow.
Mostly because it's longer than her childbirth. She had them pretty quick. So it's called the Holistic Optimization Retreat, that is featuring this work called Human Optimization Technique, HOT.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 2-day retreat. Most people are doing 3 or more retreats within a month or so. And we start with blood work. We look at your blood. We take pictures before and after. And then we move into sound bath. We do neurolinguistic deprogramming, and we do what else? I got the world's most advanced massage chair here. I've got ozone therapy. We do ice bath. We do Wim Hof breathing. I got vibration therapy. I've got compression therapy. And so when we do that both days, so the first day we're doing all of these things, and then we get into doing the HOT hands-on technique, which takes the longest time out of everything. And we're working the head, the face, the neck, and everything up into the spine for the first day. And this is in Corona, California. It's about an hour from LAX. And then the second day we treat the shoulders again, ribs and stomach, and then we do the hips, the knees, the shins, the ankles, and the feet.
Yeah, we literally do like every inch of your
Every inch
body.
of your body is being
Yeah.
palpated. I'm going for specific nerve points, active release points. It's difficult to explain what the actual hands-on technique looks like and feels like because there's nothing else to compare it to. The easiest way that I compare it is that your body's a guitar. I'm a musician, and the strings of the guitar are the various systems of your body with very specific emphasis on your nervous system. And I'm just strumming and palpating these chords into your body, and your body just completely unlocks as I'm applying the technique. It's not like days or weeks later that you feel the benefits. You're feeling the benefits right then and there.
Instantly. And
Yeah.
you notice it in your range of motion too. Like, yeah, it's all
Oh yeah.
processed.
And that's how we know that this is spirit and that this is actually working. The benefits are long lasting. That neurochemistry that we drain out of your body, those proteins are no longer there ever again. You will record new neurochemistry, but on a formatted system that's deeply connected with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much more in tune and aligned neurochemistry that you're recording after the retreats.
I love that. I didn't even know that part, so that's new to me. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, all of this is at your website, holisticoptimization.com, correct? I put that as the pin down below because I know there were some questions. All of the details are there, as well as I'm sure people can DM you. If y'all click up here at the top, you can get his account handle and send some DMs to Kev. If y'all got any questions, any of this is resonating with you, I'm a huge advocate because of how helpful it was for me. And that's why we're doing this live, because when I talked about it on my Instagram stories a while back, got quite a few questions. And so I thought, why don't not just go live and kind of have you talk about it a little bit more. So yeah. You got some pretty awesome stuff in the works too. So
expansion, ever so much more expansion, always, as Maharishi used to say, always more, and we've got more treatments, retreats for you as well. So I'm excited to have you back again.
Done.
Yeah. Each retreat, you're peeling more and more layers of this neurochemical protein off of your body, out of your mind, and those programs and those codes no longer dictates the pattern and the habits that you experience as a human. I'm all about optimization on every level as much as possible, and I'm really excited to see more and more people get this work, and also more and more people trained in this work, because I'm the only one doing this in the world right now. And so yeah, any of you body workers, athletes out there, like, whoa, this sounds amazing, and I want to do this myself, 2 other people, got a training course, come, let's get you trained, because I can't treat 7 billion people all by myself. I need some help here.
Facts. Well, I love you, brother. Thank you for coming on and just your gifts, sharing your wisdom. Y'all go to Holistic Optimization, hit Kevin up, and we'll be doing more in the future too. So if y'all got any questions, maybe if you're watching the live stream or the not the live stream, the recording, DM us and maybe we'll come on and do another one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be happy to. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you. I love you, and peace out.
Chat soon. Later.
Bye.